People are looking at this video and being like, what do you mean it's LA Knight's fault? LA Knight checks all the boxes. LA Knight is selling merchandise. LA Knight gets a pop. None of that matters if they don't like you. And I named it this title for a reason. It is LA Knight's fault that he's where he's at right now. Let me tell you why it's his fault. Because you don't go where you're not appreciated. Now, granted, the WWE is still a juggernaut. The WWE is still the NFL of wrestling. But if you see that they're devaluing your stock, if you see that they're doing nothing with you, they even went as far as to humiliate you by purposely filming you getting scolded by the boss and putting it on in front of the world to see without your constituents, they don't respect you. What he could have done was this. LA Knight is one of the most popular guys in the company. He gets a pop. He can talk. He has a nice catchphrase. He does Slim Jim commercials. He checks all the boxes. Only thing that probably he has against him is his age. But that don't matter in wrestling. So what he could have done was use his leverage to get booked better. Because if he was complaining a couple weeks ago about how he's being booked, a lot of that's your fault, fam, because you re-signed. So therefore you're going to continue to put up with the nonsense. That's your fault. Because what you could have done, you could have used your leverage to be booked better. You could have came to the negotiating table and been like, hey, look, I'm selling this merch. I get a pop here. I deserve to be treated better. I deserve a title run. I deserve some type of run. I deserve a King of the Ring. I deserve something. Like, I've been catching L's since 2024. What are we doing here? I should be up there with the Cody Roses and the Roman Reigns and all them. But at the same time, this goes on with the talent today. They just want to be there. He could have pulled some leverage and probably went elsewhere. Come back, like a lot of these guys do. Come back like 3 or 4 years later down the line. But then again, his age is a key factor. And it goes to show you right there that Triple H don't really believe in dude. Because if they believed in dude, he'd be booked to be winning the King of the Ring. He would have been booked to win something else. He would have been booked to win the championship last year. But a part of that could be personal. He probably pissed off somebody in the back. Triple H probably look at him and it's the total opposite of what he hates, what he likes. He sees an archetype of Stone Cold Steve Austin and the Rock combined. He probably said something like, man, look, I ain't inspired to be like Triple H. Stone Cold and Rock were my heroes. And that probably set Hunter off. Well, you know how these guys are real thin skinned and sensitive, But LA Knight's fault at this, man, because you resign. The minute you resign, that means you continue in the abuse. It's no different from what Jim Ross did. But then again, at the time, they had a good excuse. What do you mean what Jim Ross did? When Jim Ross put up with so much abuse back then, disrespect, Vince McMahon just basically made him a punching bag. But he put up with it. He put up with the humiliation rituals and all that shit because he had nowhere to go. The WWE was the only territory in town. So where you gonna go? You gonna go to TNA? TNA ain't got nothing. AEW just now really getting their feet wet. And I'm gonna do another video on that this week. But LA Knight, man, you resigning is giving them the green light for continue to be misused. He's not gonna go any further than where he's at. That's just the bottom line right there. He's not gonna go any further than where he's at. And the only argument people might use is, yeah, he's on TV. They're using him on TV. But if you losing, what good is you being on TV? See, this is that dumb shit that AJ Styles tried to say because he became a corporate bootlegger. Wins and losses do matter. If wins and losses don't matter, how are you going to buy? Who going to buy merch from a loser? Winners sell. Losers don't. This ain't Mikey Whipwreck and the 1-2-3 Kid, man. This is different. This is a different age. This is a different machine. Nobody's gonna sit here and support a loser. So what the hell you talk about wins and losses? Wins and losses depending on your stock. Your stock and your draw power and the way you sell merch is based off your win-loss ratio. Even though wrestling is predetermined, it's still nobody's gonna support losers. They support the champions. That's why the champions make more money. That's why the champions get new assets. That's why everybody is fighting to be the top dog. That's just commonality. So I don't know what AJ Styles is talking about with this whole, he's trying to bring this whole, but you can't change that. There's winners and there's losers. Not everybody can be a winner. So as for LA Knight, he signed up for this, so I don't feel a bit sorry for him, man. It's like you dudes need to believe more in yourselves. Look what Sasha Banks did. Sasha Banks went ahead. She stood up to Vince McMahon. Took a whole lot of backlash. Rebranded herself as Mercedes Moné using her government name. And now she's over. She's over there at AEW. So, let me know what you guys think in the comments, man. Subscribe, hit the like button, holla.